Today I wanted to discuss a few interesting setting pieces that you can use in your Spelljammer campaign. The mysterious flow beacons, the Sargassos, and the Space Leviathan. I've traveled through the phlogiston for some time now, and I've heard of these mysterious flow beacons from many a captain, but I had not seen one until today. It looks like a rapidly spinning star, but cannot be moved by sheer force or by any arcane magic. There's rumors that an arcane ship passed by a beacon and had begun to glow, but I have yet to verify this. These could be guides for spacecraft or special caches from the arcane, but after exhaustive research, I have yet been able to ascertain their true nature. Little is written about these mysterious beacons beside a small entry in lost ships, which means it is open territory. Maybe it is a roadmap to an ancient civilization, or maybe these beacons keep at bay some dark evil. Possibly, these house a cache that a group of adventurers learn from, overhearing an arcane. Whatever you decide, these mysterious and open-ended setting pieces are ripe for you to explore. Traveling for several days, my ship began to be engulfed by a fog that slowly enveloped us. I desperately tried to steer the vessel around, but the helm lost all power. I have heard of the Sargassos before, a dead zone where no magic can function. Our only hope was to wait until we reached the other side. The further in, the more dense the fog. Sounds could be heard around us, deep growls that had my crew on edge. One crewmate, a veteran, over a decade, told us of another time he had seen a Leviathan at the heart of one of these Sargassos. We hoped he was boasting, for coming face to face with one of these behemoth ships without any arcane power would be disastrous, though scientific experiments would be intriguing to say the least. So, as a DM, the Sea of Shadows is the most famous Sargasso in wild space. No one knows the origins, but many have succumbed to these anomalies. You could task your party to rescue a ship lost within one of these dead zones, or have them become a conduit to another plane, possibly the Shadowfell, or have a space battle at the outskirts of this fog. No matter what you choose, using this setting piece will make your adventures interesting and have your players at the edge of their seats. My ship, on its way to replenish supplies, had the pleasure to meet some very eager but drunk dwarves that had just come back from excavation of what they described as a Space Leviathan. I tried to pry the coordinates from them, but they were steadfast to not reveal its location. They did show me a chunk of metal that I had never seen before. Hard if you dropped it, but malleable if you bent it. These ships are as old as the Thry King, or the Ogre Magi. The most amazing aspect is that the whole ship is of one singular piece, with no joints or seams. I once had the pleasure of discussing the ship with an arcane, but he refused to say anything about it, which tells me that he has more knowledge about the ship than he lets on. As a DM, these gigantic vessels can make an interesting piece for your adventuring party to either have a rescue, steal something from, or just explore. The mystery surrounding its origin of these Leviathans have a lot of interpretation for the DM to mine for ideas. They could come from an ancient race of ancient technology that you can introduce here. No matter how you use these ancient space vessels, I'm sure it will lead to some interesting adventures.